Throwing is Smith. He'll find Jones again, complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Smith. The quick slant caught. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. J.K. Dobbins punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown! Jeff Wilson from 3 yards out. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Barons nothing.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's Hurts to throw. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 8. Hurts. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big pickup of 38.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready? Check, contact, check.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Broncos 21, Barons nothing.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, see, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here we go. Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready.
Throwing is Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Evans, 38 yards. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. On first down, Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
19, Tiger, 19, Warriors, 17. Riggs.
Geno now to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Throwing now is Geno. And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Check. Mustang 19.
Now Geno on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 15 yards there for number 15.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go, check. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19.
They snap it to Smith. Touchdown, Broncos. Mike Evans. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And now here is another interception. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Arik Armstead in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Dobbins running out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Smith. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Ready, break.
On 4th down, Smith. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 50, trap 50. Go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Hurts. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up
Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ready? 19 right.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Here's Hardy set to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
49-yard line.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A very quick pass to Ridley. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Broncos come up with a late turnover.